Facing the park, we've got some townhouses that look right onto the park. Facing the courtyard, we've got some townhouses that look on there. Above those townhouses, we've got some single-story units which also look onto the park. And then above it, we have the higher rise piece of the building. Even though that building is pushed towards the western end of the site, farthest away from the low-rise residential neighborhood to the east, we're still conscious of the fact that it may have some presence, and we wanted to minimize that in terms of it being, quite often the most economical way to make a building is to just make it straight up, straight down. But we wanted to break down that scale, and so what we thought of to do was a kind of forced perspective, and so it looks like less of a big element. It looks like lots of small elements, and so we wanted to break down the scale of the higher rise piece, even though it's far away from the tower, to make it seem like it was lots of smaller pieces. There's a lot of influencing factors on the site. So the one is the park, the one is the sort of light industrial uses around, the other one is the rail corridor, the other one is the low-rise residential neighborhood. So by bringing together all of those influences to it, it meant that there's a certain amount of density which could be fit on the site. The density on the site is actually not that high compared to a lot of other urban projects, but there's a relationship from the high-rise elements of it to the low-rise. Bringing the park in through, that was something that we didn't always have, but working with Aragon, we felt that it was very important. So by locating the building at the ground floor in sort of two pieces that intertwine like this, we bring the park in between them. People come into the courtyard, there's places for people to sit, there's benches, there's residential entrances, there's places for people to park their bikes. Then you enter into the building corridor. All the while you have these two residential pieces with the other residential piece coming across. So there's a real kind of idea of natural surveillance which lends itself to community and places where people live because there's life around you.